Welcome to the Law Firm Marketing Minute, your source of internet marketing inspiration.
Hey everyone, and welcome to the Law Firm Marketing Minute. I'm your host, John Henson. And last week, maybe a couple weeks ago, actually, Google released a core update to its algorithms. And that part isn't necessarily out of the ordinary. They do this literally hundreds, sometimes thousands of times every year. The problem, though, it seems like this most recent update seemed to really affect a lot of people's SEO rankings. And it's one of the things that where it's like we see this kind of news come out and we're like, yeah, we told you so. Like, yeah, this stuff happens a lot. And it only takes one update like this for Google to absolutely tank all of the time and money that you've invested into trying to build your website's ranking in search engines. And I was looking around. I was looking around at a lot of forums. There are people here who are considering just abandoning their website altogether. You know, they were ranking on page 1 for years, and then all of a sudden they woke up and now they're on like page 9, and there's nothing they can do about it other than try to figure out the changes that Google made and try to rebuild and get that back up there. But in that process, like, there's no guarantee that you'll get back up there relatively soon. It could take months, it could take years to get back to page 1. And it could, obviously, that sort of thing costs hundreds and thousands of dollars. And look, if you're a small business, you just simply don't have that kind of marketing budget. Like, your revenue and what you need to spend on other expenses, like, there's only so much to go around there. And that is why we have always preached having a good content marketing strategy that focuses on maximizing the referrals that you get. You know, and I mean, like, there's so much data out there to back this up. It's much more expensive to try to bring in a new customer than it is to resell or to get business from an existing or a past customer. It is, because, you know, your current and past customers, they already trust you. They are evangelists for your business. They can become basically like mini salespeople for your business. And when they give referrals out, the people that are coming to you are already warmed up. They already feel good about you. They're ready to go ahead and start working with you, versus that longer sales cycle that comes with trying to market to bring in new leads. So, and look, and we've said this too as well, like, you can still do SEO. That's fine. But it shouldn't be the first thing you do, and it shouldn't be where the majority of your budget is going. You know, and there are many reasons for that. First of all, like, if you're starting out with SEO, like, you're not going to have a lot of success because you don't have good content. You know, a lot of these quote unquote black hat companies, they'll put, you know, they'll create a ton of content for you, but it's trash. It's absolutely terrible. You know, they'll give you 20 blogs a week, but they're 3 paragraphs. They don't actually say much. They're full of keywords and backlinks to other places on your website that just still don't really go anywhere. And it's not a good user experience. And you can have all of the SEO strategy and content in the world, but if your website is a terrible user experience, it just reduces the likelihood that someone is going to end up hiring you. And so that's why, you know, we talk a lot about a marketing ecosystem. We talk about having the rest of your marketing work better, because that's what content does. Content caters to the human beings that are going to hire you, but it also strengthens the likelihood that a paid ad or SEO landing page or whatever the case is will actually convert at a higher rate, because you're no longer trying to appease little Google bots, but you're trying to actually convert the human beings that you want to be working with in the first place. So look, if you're out there and your search engine rankings have completely fallen apart, or maybe you don't know and you want to find out, go find out from your SEO vendor, see, or do a test yourself to see where you're ranking for the search phrases that they're saying. Get a report from your vendor, whatever you got to do, but see if you were affected by this, because it seems like thousands, if not millions of people across the world were legitimately negatively affected by this. And just see where you're at. And the good news is that it's fixable. The good news is that, you're probably not going to go out of business for this, but you also don't want to put your entire business's marketing strategy in the hands of a place like Google, who, they do not profit from SEO. They don't. So they're not going to do a whole lot to cater to marketing companies who do SEO. Google's going to make their money on their pay-per-click ads. So if you're going to do something with Google, do the paid ads. Don't put all of your faith and all of your money into SEO when it's something that Google does not directly profit off, and they stand nothing to gain from all of these companies trying to, figure out their algorithm to get on page one. So that's my advice for you this week, man. Take a good hard look at your SEO strategy. If you weren't affected by this, count your lucky stars, because you could be affected by the next one, or the one after that, or one of hundreds of algorithm updates that Google does every year. It only takes one to completely ruin the thousands of dollars that you're spending every month on SEO for it to all go away. And if that's your primary source of leads and clients, you're playing a real dangerous game. So that's why we focus on content. We focus on referrals, because it's consistent, it's steady. It almost always brings in better clients than what Google can do. So yeah, there's just so many more advantages to at least starting with a content marketing strategy than it is to start with SEO. It's, and look, like I said, I'll say it again, like, you can still do SEO, just do it later in the process. Do it later once you have a good content strategy built in, where you're putting out blogs and videos regularly, where you're emailing your contact list regularly. Get social media presences established. Do that first. Get that good foundation established. Then you can look into paid ads, SEO, and all that kind of stuff, because your content strategy is going to make all of that stuff work better. So yeah, do all that. That's your assignment for the week. Again, like, if you were negatively affected by this algorithm change, for whatever reason, this one particularly hit a lot of people. Look, we're sorry, but this is what we've been preaching all along. It is only a matter of time before it got a lot of people. So if you're interested in learning more about what you can be doing differently other than SEO, reach out to us. We're happy to chat. Send me an email, john@spotlightbranding.com. We can definitely chat about it. We can talk about, what this did to your rankings, to your marketing, whatever the case is. Happy to chat and learn more and hear from people about what exactly happened to them. So hope that's helpful for you guys. Continue to rate, review us here on Apple Podcasts or YouTube or wherever you're watching the show. And also continue to check out Center Stage, having a lot of good conversations there about marketing and just other aspects of growing a business. And so having a lot of fun over there as well. So be sure to check that out and subscribe wherever you're continuing to listen to your podcast. So really appreciate it. Appreciate all the feedback that we've been getting. And that's going to do it for us this time. We'll see you next week.
Thanks for joining us. Please visit lawfirmmarketingminute.com for more information. We'll see you next time.